not doing it. We're not doing it. Okay? Take a second, everybody woosah, okay? Y'all can come back up in the panel. What?
I know you trying to be all diplomatic and shit, but we can't have that type of shit during Black History Month.
Okay, Trina, I didn't say that y'all couldn't address her, but that's not, no. Y'all don't have to jump on her.
I wasn't even talking to her. I was talking to you.
I understand that. But in the midst of their conversation, while they are jumping her, it doesn't look good. It just don't.
Well, you know what? You know what else don't look good? 400 years of slavery. That's what else don't damn look good.
You're right.
I'm gonna be good. She can explain herself, and then she can
And Mercedes Benz will tell you I don't like this motherfucker. Not one lick, not one bit. See?
Trina, please.
Shut up, ho. Somebody black come up and get on this bitch.
Oh my God. I'm gonna mute.
Not you dropping the OG mods, but Mercedes is right though. Like Rachel don't even know what's going on. That's why she wanted to be quiet. Cause it don't have nothing to do with just this weekend or just that message. Like Mercedes is absolutely right. So Rachel was speaking to something like, "Oh, they doing this," but she really don't know where it stemmed from. This ain't recent. So Mercedes went wrong.
Something? But can you just hear Mercedes more? Because this is amazing. I thought Mercedes was a fake person this whole time. So
no, she real and she black.
I mean, I don't. It doesn't really matter what she is. It's just that she's a person. This is wonderful.
Oh, this bitch.
Now, I'm way down there cooning.
Mariah, please.
I mean, it's just hilarious.
Please. Yes, I'm real.
You made my day, honestly.
You guys, I understand, but I have heard Mercedes talk months ago. She's a real person, you guys.
But since you don't want me to coon downstairs, I coon up here. Bring Rachel back.
Okay.
Her ass.
That was Trina. That was Trina.
I'm not black. I'm Fred Hampton.
It's so funny that
y'all think that shit is cute, man.
Said, y'all are gonna keep coming out.
Bring the why they get credit the Panthers and all type of shit. Y'all see the people right in the college. Lord have mercy.
This is hilarious.
It's fucking wild.
I am Rachel's lawyer. It says so much about a person that you're going to be on someone that
What happened?
Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen. This is good to me.
Why stop?
Oh, I thought you told me to pause.
Oh, I was saying tap the screen. My bad.
Gotcha.
another personality. You're doing exactly what they've done to you
because they don't know how to wait.
Hold on. Who doing that? Who is?
Every single one of you. Every single one of you that's coming at me.
You see what I'm saying?
Rachel, hold on. I understand, Trina. I hear you. Hold on. Everybody just give me 2 seconds. Rachel, you too. Mute your mic. Thank you. Perk, you mute yours too.
I was about to tell you, you need to drop somebody so Talik can come up here. Don't be bossing me around.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll drop because I ain't got nothing to do with this. But Rachel, I am your lawyer.
Oh my God. Okay, lawyer. And Rizzy, you can come up, Rizzy, as long as you don't get up here screaming and you can be respectful, okay?
Hey, Tylee.
Are y'all okay?
No, I am very... Trina, let me tell you something.
Not you, Lynn.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Bray, what was you about to say, babe?
No, I was about to say something.
They told me to come over here and tell y'all to stop eating Chex Mix. I don't know if y'all was chewing or something. They said, okay, y'all stop eating Chex Mix. It was Cash Money Millionaire. And Rachel, why do you keep jumping up on these pedals arguing with everybody? What's going on?
I'm not arguing with anyone. I was up here. Let me tell you. Oh my God, can you be quiet for 2 seconds? It's not about you right now. I was trying to help a friend out. There was 15 people in here. There was 15 people in here.
Oh, well, now it's 247. And that's
okay,
still a damn amount of years.
Oh my gosh. She so Perk, what I was trying to say is that There was 15
Now,
people
you know
in there
that's
originally.
brave. See how you trying
She
to
shared
talk
that.
at it?
Who call me Perk? This is my name on here.
No,
Call
he's
me Perk
talking
while
to
I'm
Yeah.
He's talking
I'm
to
just
Perk.
trying to be respectful of his name that he decided to use on his own profile.
Oh wait, Perk.
So, anyways, it says Perk on it.
Are you talking about
Mercedes
Braid
Benz. I heard they found her identity for
Yeah, that's Braid King. Braid
Okay,
King.
wait.
I know, but there's
Anyways,
Do y'all hear how Trina is like constantly antagonizing her though? I'm not even being funny. Thinky Link made my backdrop. Do y'all hear how Trina is like talking over her? Every time she go to say something, she correcting her. She called Braid King the name that he must be in that Perk asset
He is.
page. She called him Perk. She was on him. Do y'all hear that? Okay. I, only because I'm asking. I get that it was after. I'm not saying any of this. We're leading up to the baby comment. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So all I'm asking is, did we just hear all of the things that are happening in the middle? She came for her first.
No, we heard what happened.
Right. I'm like, y'all not listening. I heard everything that just happened before. I get that Trina came up, said we're not going to be doing this during Black History Month. Rachel said, well, why? Something about, I'm glad you said that. It made me remember. Rachel, what message was you talking about that Trina sent you?
She DM'd me with her Cash App saying, "Can you send me some money?" And I can put that up if need be.
You were talking about when you said why, because I'm not sending you money, Trina.
Yep.
Okay.
And I can show receipts
Let's
of
be
that.
real. Let me be real. If you sent me your Cash App asking me for money, and then you get on a panel talking about we're not going to be doing this during Black History Month, my YT money was good when you was in my inbox asking for it, but now it's Black History Month. Was it during the month of February she sent you her Cash App?
Oh yeah, can I bring it up? Do you want me to show you? Let me do that real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Maybe for tomorrow, Rachel.
She can pull it up. But all I'm saying is I can see the response, because I would have said the same thing. Oh, that's a Saturday.
No, this was a couple days ago, and then she came into the live saying this to me. So she sent this before, and then she comes into the live where I'm at and starts saying stuff to me.
Okay, so yeah, I can understand that response is all I'm saying. You come asking me for money, and then the next time I hear from you, you saying slick ass shit like not during Black History Month, we're not going to be dealing with this, and these people already up here running me in the ground. I probably would say the same thing.
AJ, you know I do not come on the panel, but the date, do you see the date and the time on that Cash App?
It says Saturday.
Okay.
I can bring it back
right
up.
When the money was sent to Braid. So Trina had inboxed her when she asked about Braid's Cash App. Trina inboxed her hers too. Trina has admitted to that. When she first told Trina, don't make me show that you asked me for some money, Trina flat out said, I did. I sent you my Cash App when you were asking for braids. So, yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't have an issue when she came
Trina
up on the
asked me for some money. Trina asked me for some money.
I'm not denying any of that. What I am saying to you is, if I am Rachel, you come just last week and send me your Cash App asking for my money, my YT money. And then I am dealing with something that does not even involve you, and these people are already running me in the mud. And you come up on a panel trying to be funny and say, why are we even doing this during Black History Month? I'm probably going to say,
I'm just going to tell you to watch all the blogs.
What we was doing during Black History Month was asking me for my YT money.
But wait a minute. No. You need to go back and watch all the blogs. This is not where it all started at. AJ, you've been missing it.
It is where it all started at with me and Trina.
All we're listening to right now is what happened.
I know,
Trina.
I know, but you're still basing that opinion off of just this live with her and
This is the only place that has happened between Trina and I. This is the only issue with Trina and I.
They weren't dragging her for nothing. Rizzy said, "Where did you come from? Go to your side." And Rizzy said,
keep playing. Keep playing.
So wait. I'm only talking about what we already heard. All Mercedes said was, "Rachel, you don't know the context of this situation. Just sit back and chill." Because we know every detail of the situation. So I get you're trying to have her back, but just stay out of it. You don't know what's going on. Rizzy was the one that said, "Where did Rachel?" No, it's okay. Where did Rachel come from? To send her back to her side, whatever. Then Rachel responded back to Rizzy and responded back to Mercedes and brought up race. Let's not forget, she's the one who said the only difference is I'm white, they're black, and you people. That never came from them first.
Thank you.
Okay. It's obvious, though. It's obvious.
I get all of those things. And I can agree. Proceeding this situation. Well, Rizzy should never have asked that totally to go back where she came from. So anything she responded to that, okay, fine.
Exactly. That was between Rizzy and her.
These people came out of nowhere, though. Like these random
people. Really say much, but
it sounded like Mercedes kind of caught a stray. You know how when Bray King be going off on people, and then you come up in the panel and you try to say, "Bray King, no, please, let's not do this," and then you catch a stray.
Says, "Hi, shit."
And then he tell your ass to scram and your feelings be hurt.
It did. I did, Lance.
Kind of like what happened to Sassy.
Yes, but
but here's the thing: nobody had anything to do with what was going on, and they came up and they made that live about me. They made it about me. Lan went live. Let's not forget that Lan went live to address what was happening with her. I was in the panel. I made a very small statement. I did not go on and on about it. I just basically said, "I'm here to support you, Lan," and that was it. And then the next thing you know, everything hit the fan.
But
and I had 8 people. I had 8 people. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
It don't matter.
People talk to me about cutting people off.
But I still let you talk.
Reminding you of
what also was let me reclaim my time because I wasn't done yet. So
I don't have all night to do this. Like I've already entertained it enough.
1 second. Well, you can do it we can do it without you, honey. You can come back tomorrow.
That's fine.
So I'm going to reclaim my time.
You can talk about me. That says a lot. That says a lot.
You already said you're the star and all that stuff. You already said you were the star. And
you already said you're my puppeteer.
No, I said you're the jester. I never said you're a puppeteer. I said you are our entertainment, and you are now our jester. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. So that's different.
Okay, so we're going to get that correct. Because I know you have a lapse of memory. I know sometimes it's hard for you to remember
got
things.
it. Yeah.
So let me continue on with what I was saying. Because I know
I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys continue to talk about me. AJ, I will be here at 11 tomorrow. I appreciate you playing what you needed to play, and at least
what I was
being willing to hear
is it
me
a
out.
problem that I said I reclaimed my time after you cut me off? Is that why you're upset and you're leaving now? Because I reclaimed my time, now you're upset.
That would be a yes. That would be a yes.
Yeah, that is called YT fragility. Very textbook. So what I'm trying to say is this. Was Trina being petty and trolling? Yes. But who started the race conversation?
She did.
Continue on.
I just wanted to come up for 1 second. Sorry, AJ, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. I wanted to hear the rest of the clip, so you can go ahead.
So I just wanted to come up because remember Saturday when she sent that money to Braid, and we brought her over here and we were trying to talk to her, and she was doing where she wasn't listening, and I was trying to really get her to understand. Please do this on the back end. You don't need to come on the front end and say, "Hey, I'm the one who sent this," because we know what happens with people wanting to get involved in all of that, right? And as far as that goes, she keeps coming out and speaking about the money. So now you tell me, saying to people, "I have money, ha ha ha, I send to this person, I send to that person." AJ, she's been doing this since that day. I'm telling you. She would send money to people in their cash apps and then come up in the box and think that she can do certain things, right? Speak to Black people the way she would speak to them. You hear her, obviously, the way she speaks. Even if it's not provoked or whatever, Susie wanted to have a conversation, whatnot. But then she plays victim.
It's easily completely turned around to where she plays victim. And all we were saying is stop flaunting your money. It's not about money because you're not the only one with money, correct? But she thinks that she is the only one with money. So when I knew Trina was going to send for a cash app because she did it to Boyka. When Boyka did it and said that he had all this money, she did the same thing after he was exposed. Here, send me money, right? So did FWA and a few other people. So I'm just letting you know that we knew what was going to happen. We tried to let her know, and she still didn't listen. I just wanted you to know that, okay? But I'm going to drop back down.
And she still won't listen. Ready?
Real quick, and I'll drop Fly and Oppie, whichever one of you guys are playing the clip. I don't know who you guys got the clip from, but check out M4K 2025.
That's where I'm at.
Okay, because it's got like the aftermath, first part, all of that. And then while we're listening, because AJ, it seems like this is her first time hearing everything, just keep in mind that in the midst of all the banter that's going back and forth, Trina and BK are having their own tussle within the conversation. So it's going to seem in some parts that she may be talking to Rachel because she keeps chiming in back and forth. But there's actually a literal tussle going on between Trina and BK. And that's why Trina keeps actually coming off mute. It has nothing directed towards Rachel at all. Okay. Not even from your first observation. It was not directed at Rachel. She was speaking to her people, us. But she said, we're not going to do this during Black History Month. Okay.
Yeah, she's not lying. That's exactly
that's how she wasn't even talking to Rachel. But it seemed that way because she came in doing something else on a conversation that was already going. Yes.
Something to that. Because that's why.
And then if you keep listening through all the clips, even through today, because whatever her and BK got going on right now, they're friends, but they just kind of going through it right now. It's still happening. And every time when Rachel's and Trina is in a panel and BK is in a panel, you can see the interruptions between her and BK. It's still happening. So every clip you listen to, that just keep that in mind. It's an indoor tussle. I'm glad you said it. Okay, because I thought she was talking to Rachel. She was not. Why y'all ain't doing that?
So I was coming to clarify that for you because in the beginning of the clip when it started, she was talking to Lan.
But then I also want to say still, just
she was referring to Rachel.
While she was not talking to Rachel, just like I didn't know that, I don't know how Rachel would have known that because it just kind of happened.
Okay.
AJ, I literally told you that. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, pretty mama. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Y'all go ahead.
It's so much happening, y'all. Can we listen to what's happening next? Because I want to hear what she said about the baby. That's the part that I just want to hear.
Go ahead.
There's perp right now. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I was up here and Lan shared this live with me. I can show the proof to that. And, things are happening on the back end that people don't even know. And I was just being supportive. And then the next thing you know, people are like, she's causing drama. I'm like, no, I'm fucking not. I'm being supportive of a fucking friend.
Let me say something real quick.
Good for you being supportive of a friend. No,
yeah, Rachel, who are you people? Rachel, here's my thing, Rachel. How long have you known Lan?
We need the white girl tears.
I don't have to answer any of your questions.
Because you're asking.
Get your white ass down, oh! You at the game,
like really delusional right now.
She be wrong to say
get your black ass down. Get your broke ass down and go beg on the corner.
Okay, she changed it. Okay, that's better. Broke is much better. See, Rachel can nibble a little bit.
I'm gonna go on mute.
Right here is why we should let y'all motherfucking colonizing family.
Trina, shut up, girl. Shut up, Trina.
Brush your teeth. Take care of your kids.
Shut up.
You shut your weird ass up. Of course you're gonna fight for a white woman.
Trina, shut up. Trina, shut up. You don't
go take care of your kids.
Trina, you don't want to get
Rachel,
you don't want to get
about my kid. What you said about my kid? Exactly.
I said go take care of him like a good mom. Like she's taking care of.
Okay. So y'all want me to believe that Trina didn't start that?
And did you hear the part where she said colonizing, where y'all sleeping with each other?
Trina was talking to Rachel. go take care of your kids like a good mom was Rachel's response. Now, if y'all want to cancel her like y'all trying to cancel me, because the kids thing, have at it. Yeah, what I want y'all to do is go cancel Dime first, because she talked about kids first. Parenting, to be exact. I think that's what Rachel just did, was talked about parenting. Right? In response to this girl calling her a colonizer, an incestuous colonizer. Are we joking? She didn't even, I don't understand. You want Rachel to not say anything in response?
Hello, can I say something?
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I know Rachel's not here, so whenever she comes back, I would like for you to ask her. She made a statement that she's old enough to be you people's, y'all, whoever's mama. Do she really want us to believe that if she's old enough, a lot of these people are 26 and older. If she's old enough to be their mama, she want us to believe that she don't know what she's doing, that she don't hear the condescending tone, the racial undertones and things like that. She's older than all of them, but she doesn't know what she's doing. That's very hard to believe.
I think that for a lot of them having some sort of like reason to understand the undertones is what's necessary first, right? Like they got to have some sort of a reason, i.e. hanging around us, to even be confronted with the undertones. When they hang around their own people, none of it is a problem. So wouldn't that require that we teach her?
No, not at all, because they learn that stuff firsthand in-house.
That's what I was about to say.
Parents, grandparents.
They learn the wrong things firsthand in-house, as do children with horrible parents. That don't mean that if...
But AJ...
No. They learn the wrong things. You're correct. They do learn the wrong things in-house, but they also understand what it means, because they also get taught how to deflect when confronted with it. They also get taught...
You're saying that as Black people, that she's not allowed to make mistakes and say things that we don't agree with or think are not okay. These are not outward just...
No. That would be different when it comes to complicit biases, but not outright microaggressions and racism. That's not going to be tolerated, right? Complicit biases are things you are unaware that you're saying that are offensive.
Let me just run a real quick poll to ask the question that I'm trying to ask, because I don't think I'm getting it again. So I'm gonna ask the people, okay? Y'all, smiley face yes, sad face no. Do y'all believe that Rachel?
AJ, I think this is.
Do y'all believe that Rachel is a race car?
Which one are you saying yes to? Smiley face or
smiley
sad
face? Yes, sad face no. Smiley face is the red, blue is no.
But AJ, she told you. She said, I can't help making microaggressive terms like you people. She said that, basically confirming that she's inherently racist. And no, as an oppressed population, it is not our job to educate her. Just like she found the knowledge for nursing, she can find the knowledge to hang around Black people and be respectful to them. Just the same way we have to educate ourselves for white spaces. If we went into a white space and talked to white people the way that she talks to us, it wouldn't be tolerated. We may lose our life.
Think that Rachel
just like she gained that information to have that nursing degree, she can gain that same information to understand what anti-racist work is and white rage and white fragility.
So y'all think that Rachel is just as bad as Boyka?
Yes. Yeah, because racist.
So let me say this: there has been stories that have come out of other problematic things that she's done in other spaces. This is not the first time that she has been confronted about macroaggressions. And if you truly wanted to explore these spaces and be comfortable in them and respect those that are in here because you enjoy the entertainment, you would have nipped this in the bud the first conversation that someone had with you about your micro and macroaggressions. What's interesting is that she continues to act aloof, unaware. You're playing the tape and she's acting like she didn't just hear what you just played for her. That's number one. Number two, when she had introduced race and saying the only difference is my skin color and da-da-da, Trina was not on the panel yet. So I'm assuming when Trina was speaking about race, it was because it was introduced by Rizzy and by
that makes sense.
Rachel. So I have noticed that Trina will always come up on a panel and speak for Black people in any time. It doesn't matter if she hates a person. If race is introduced, she's going to speak on her Black people. So did she say all of those things? Yes. But if you go back, she was not on the panel when race was introduced. When the race situation was introduced is when Trina then entered the chat.
Not only that, but Rachel was waiting to get at Trina. It was merely just Trina saying anything, to be honest, because some of it wasn't even directed at Rachel, but she still felt the need to address Trina. And if we were listening to the beginning, she was already antagonizing and attempting to poke Trina with the whole exposing of the message thing before she actually got to exposing the message. It was kind of like, hey, you better shut up or else, hey, I'm not playing. I'm about to do it type of thing. That's where Rachel's stance was. And so, yeah, back and forth, Trina did end up saying some stuff, but I mean, it's facts.
I also don't need a YT person
that they keep things in house. So, I mean, are we being serious?
I also don't need a YT person to call me a hard ER, or maybe tell me go back to my country, or maybe talk about my skin color directly for them to not be using microaggressions and covert racism and implicit bias, classism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, so I agree, but there are some things that I think that I can give benefit of the doubt on.
I'm not giving a white tea person that chooses to come into our space, knowing knowing it's a majority Black space. I'm not giving them no benefit of none.
Let me tell you what I mean by benefit of the doubt. Okay, what I mean by benefit of the doubt is I do not believe that all Black people are raised properly, just like I do not believe that all YT people are raised properly. What I know is we are all taught as children to believe that the things that we were taught were right. And that don't make it true. The other day, Trina had a conversation with one of my friends about a statement that she made about Trina being pretty for a dark-skinned woman. And for my friend, that was a totally acceptable thing to say. For a lot of, and she's a dark-skinned woman. For a lot of dark-skinned women in the chat, that was a horrible thing to say. How could you ever? Oh my God. But then there were people in the chat who were raised like my friend and did not see anything wrong with what she said.
So my question to you would be then, AJ, if Rachel has made it to 50 years in age and does not know, and she's relying on the way that she was raised as a child, and not her adult experiences, because remember, she's college educated. Even at predominantly white institutions, Black people are there. So I will say this, through your education and through your career in hospitals with your colleagues and through your maybe associations that you're a part of and maybe your neighborhoods that you're in or maybe your grocery stores or maybe the other parents that might, be at the schools that your children go to. If you've not learned through there, then what is the intrigue of being over here and in this space? What would then be the motive or what would then intrigue you to be in a space like this? And be very vocal at that and lead with your money at that.
Because she's more aware than she wants to let on.
No, I'm asking my friend because because her point and stance is she does not know any better because of ways that she was raised. So we now know that she's a nurse just like you, friend. You had Black people in your class. You had white people in your class.
Right. Okay.
Right. Not everybody is like that. I'll give that.
All Black people do not point out microaggressions. She could have been hanging around. If they from the same place she from, if she went to school where she from, who's to say she hung around too many of us? And those of us who she was around probably didn't say nothing.
There's a whole lot of benefits of doubt
but
for one person.
You don't know. You don't know.
Okay, right? So what I'm saying is, if that is her experience with Blackness, what would then be the intrigue or motive of her being here?
I think where I allow her the benefit of the doubt is her and her willingness to learn. While I can admit that we are different, so mistakes may be made, if you are accountable and willing to learn, I can deal with you. But you got to actually learn. And we know she's capable of learning because she is a nurse.
So do you believe that you are the only Black person that she's encountered in her life that took the time to teach her?
I don't know that. I don't know yes or no. Probably not. What I do know is I'm going to
So then why didn't she learn from them?
Listen, I don't know what she has learned. She could have been worse before she got to us. How do we know?
This is my society teaches us all, right? A lot of our implicit biases. Every single person that is born into this world, especially in the United States of America, is born into anti-Blackness, including us. But there's not anybody that is born into anti-whiteness. So it is a long stretch to state that she doesn't know a lot of things because they have been doing it for eons at this point. And that was what I was talking about when I said they get taught the BS in-house, because they do. They know they're going to be met with these things. They just don't know when, right? So in the world, there's going to be Black folks like myself, Susu, Trina's, that therapist. There are going to be some of us that are going to say, right? And there's some of us that are going to side eye you and let you go about your business, because the Black experience is different for everybody. We don't know what some Black folks may have been through when they have attempted this route, either gotten nowhere, could have been harmed, anything. We know this is a dangerous road, even for us to just use our voice. So we have to be real. There's not a single solitary human being born into this world that has inherited anti-whiteness, but everybody, and I mean everybody, every nation has anti-Blackness. So we need to stop. Rachel has no excuse. And at her big ass age, I know she knows better and what she's doing. And she handpicked our community to come sit next to. And you mean to tell me she doesn't have a lick of understanding? That's bullshit. And it's asinine. And my thing is, until you do learn the people that you want to sit next to, sit in the comments and probably shut up or get ready for this tussle every time. And I mean,
the irony of all of this is this all started because Mercedes said,
"Thank you, CEO.
Hey, sit down and shut up." That's the irony.
I can agree with. That's the part that I can agree with. That if you want to learn us, then the way to do that is quietly, not barricading through the door. I think I said that.
I just have one question, AJ. I know in my part of healthcare, we're taught cultural competency. Where I really learned about racism was in my cultural competency courses that I had to take in my master's level courses. So are you saying that in nursing programs, they don't have cultural competency courses?
They do teach us cultural competency, but not about micro and macro aggressions.
But they do teach you.
Like, let me explain. As nurses, what we learn about cultural competency is about how certain religions pray at certain hours and to be, respectful of that. How certain religions have certain diets and to be respectful of that. How certain religions don't take certain blood products and other things to be aware of that. To be religiously competent is to ask, do you want to have a chaplain? Do you want to have a preacher? Things like that. What we are not taught as nurses are micro and macro aggressions. Just how to be kind to all people, regardless of their religion, is what the expectation is. And if you don't know, ask.
I guess that might be where our two fields differ then, because we definitely, if we're going to be working with people that don't look like us, we need to understand their cultural nuances, or we need to refer them out. So I guess that may be the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just a bachelor, so
oh sorry.
It's okay. Which I was gonna say which oh sorry, my bad.
Oh, it's okay. I was just gonna say I would implore her to read, as a white tea woman that is in the medical field, to read Medical Apartheid. That would be a good read for her, because she does have to face all types of people. That will give her some insight on the medical portion, right? But it also give her some snippets into other things that come with Black folks and some of the disparities and things that we have to go through. And even yourself, if you'd like, AJ, since you're also in the medical field, to read about that, because it does talk about the implicit biases, the racial discrimination, things that we go through as far as not being heard, not being treated properly, being handed low dosage of pain medicines that has also been known to be unaliving us over and over and over and over, because for whatever reason, we're still the guinea pigs.
And we are taught that in nursing about pain is subjective and it's whatever the patient says it is. But to be honest, we're not given the course on like Black maternal mortality and welfare and how Black women are disparaged when it comes to our pain and looked over. We're not given that. We're given the scale, 0 to 10. You are to ask every patient this scale. They could be laughing, smiling, kiki. If they tell you they're 10, they're 10. You give them medicine for a 10, period. Right? But we're not taught the things that inherently happen to us. It's very cut and dry, very general, very, even CEUs. It's just subjective. It's whatever the patient says it is. We have to take CEUs every year to renew our license. You can ask any nurse in here, I want them to go find me a CEU. I can guarantee you it's not a mandated one. If they taking those cultural competency ones that go in depth on microaggressions, that's just because they need 2 credits for whatever and they just using them. It's not part of our mandatory every year. These are the ones you have to take. I think it's like HIV and bloodborne pathogens, and none of it is cultural competency.
I also wanted to just add, aside from this, the medical conversation, which is important, which is why we should look to people of color as our primary care. Today, what was concerning and alarming for me in my lab was that we went on Showtime and she was discussing, well, you guys are not going to do shit. And I suggest you guys come and find me and you'll see what happens. And I said, what do you mean? You'll see what happens.
Say it again. Back up. Say it again.
I hope somebody has the live. Stallion, were you in there? Or can somebody verbatim?
She said what? Say it one more time. Say what you just said.
Yeah, she said, I'm going to talk my shit, basically. She was just popping her shit because everybody had Showtime and she was popping her shit. And she said, and I suggest you guys come and find me and see what happens. Yes. Lan said, yes, she did threaten everybody. So she did say that. And that is
all these triggering things and then threatening people?
Absolutely. And that's what I mean when I fucking say what I say. Lan, I don't know, because I'm not good with verbatim stuff. Maybe you can help me out.
You said, and what the fuck are y'all gonna do? Ain't nobody gonna do shit to me. If you wanna come and find me, good luck. And then she said, if they come to knocking at my
she know how messy talk work.
Yeah, she said, if you come knocking at my doorstep, you gonna get something you don't want.
Oh, so she know the inner and outer workings of messy talk.
Yes, AJ. She has studied messy talk. She has put
she was here when we were doing Boyka's exploitation and exposing and
she was here for Boyka?
Yes. She's been here for a while, honey. She knows all of us.
Well, this was new to me, so
but this is the more dangerous.
Oh, then she
and they give her a pass every time.
She was here for Boyka, then they saying years. So then she's been around for YTKL. She's been around.
So she's been around for all of us sitting here and having these conversations and educating. month over month, year over year. So that's why I'm sick of the education thing.
It's no helping Rachel, baby.
You're thinking Rachel dropped from the sky, AJ. Rachel has been here.
Well,
Not only has Rachel been here.
The other day, Rachel told me.
I would like for Arabian to come up. I don't know if Arabian's allowed to come up.
She told me she been watching. She did say that. But she said she came here with BK, which made me assume
he was on Braid Talk.
Right.
Braid remembers her. Braid remembers her from frequenting in and out of his lives, in his Braid live.
But Bradley hasn't been messy talk.
But she has aligned herself with someone like Braid to say that he knows her because it's just easier to say that you're aligned with someone.
It's a vouching thing, like
it is. It's a vouching thing.
But see, so you're telling me things that I didn't know. You see what I'm saying?
Is Arabian able to come up? Because Arabian shared something with us about something that happened in another space.
That's what I was just going to say. It's called tokenism.
Come on.
Yeah, she tokenized Braid.
She tokenized.
Exactly.
And said, I'm here for Braid.
But you know something? I'm going to show you something.
Here go my friend. Come up, friend. I need you to explain what you said.
Let me say this real quick.
Not looking good for you, Rachel.
AJ, let me say this real quick.
Is Oppie talking?
Yes. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you something. You see how Susu came up here at the very beginning of this conversation, and she told us about her experience with Rachel. Even though Rachel would support her, she still stood on business and showed us and told us about those problematic things that she does. But now Land comes up here after Susu stands on motherfucking business. Now she want to tell us the truth when you were caping for her. That is the difference.
What did I tell you?
I don't have anything personal against Land, but I'm just showing y'all.
Because what did I tell the truth
the real
about?
opposition is.
What the fuck
so
are
fuck
you
what y'all
talking
talking about. Fuck what y'all talking about.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Girl, shut up. You was up here caping for her.
I didn't cape. AJ, did I cape for her one
You want to
time?
align yourself with Susu.
AJ, did I
and
cape for her?
With your weak ass. Y'all
okay, that's y'all opinion.
That's why I respect that lady. AJ, that's why I respect
But you definitely felt like we would be.
I got a lot of respect for that woman, and I'm not even care.
You definitely felt like
I swear
Rachel was responding, which I can agree. In that video, it did sound like a response to me, so I agree with you.
Right. So that was the only thing that I said. I felt like she was responding. I did not agree nor disagree. I allowed them to have that conversation. So what am I admitting to? What the fuck did I do? Not a fuck ass thing. The conversation with Susu, when Susu came up here.
I want you to stand on business like Susu, and that's what everybody else.
And I am. If I wasn't
around town, stand on fucking business. Stand on how you fucking feel, and stop changing your opinion when somebody bigger and better than you come up and have a different opinion. That's what we just watch you do in 4K.
What does that have to do with anybody being bigger and better than anybody? That is so weird.
Weirdos. And y'all let us say somebody hide behind the picture, but y'all got y'all pictures right.
These are oppositions.
That shit is weird.
I'm so tired. I am so tired. Lord Jesus.
Well, what I do know is
is it okay, AJ, if Arabian shares her the story?
That's one of the first. Sure, Arabian, and that's one of the first things I'm gonna ask Rachel tomorrow. If Rachel tell me she been around here for years and she know us, that's it for me. I already know what she doing.
She has said it already. So
every other day it's a comment about racism. Hell, has she ever been to Diamond Live? That's all they talk about.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. She even said that she started herself over there in Diamond's Live. So she did not start in Braid Talk. For everybody who said that, actually it was Debate Talk, then moved over to Diamonds, then moved over to Major Flips, where we had our interaction, right? And if y'all know anything about Major Flips, like y'all should just know, okay? He barely gonna let you talk or anything like that. All of the people over there had to literally get him to see what she was doing. But of course, like a lot of places, she bought her way into there. She sent him money, so he allowed her to censor herself. And then the conversation began about why black men like white women, all that other stuff, right? White tea women. So she did not start on Braid Talk. She might have been over there because she's been to a lot of different spaces.
I hate to cut you off, but that's why she said your people like. That's why your people want to fuck me. Is that or your people want to? She said something like that to Rizzy earlier. She was like, "That's what," because Rizzy said something about black men wanting white women because black women wouldn't do the same things that white women would do. And then I think she said that's why your people want to fuck with me or something like that. Am I tripping or is that what she said?
You're not tripping. And that's exactly her thought process. Like, so no, she did not originate just from Braid Talk. She's been here. She knows all of you guys. And she said the other day that she's been to Diamond's panel. She used to be over there with Diamond as well. She did say that. So there's a lot of people over there who do know of her. She just goes and she leaves for a minute and then she'll come back. So this ain't her first rodeo. She know all of y'all. She been watching all of y'all. That's how she knew how to comfort Trina.
Thank you for that.
And another thing, she has the mindset since she watched, like I told you, White T. Kells and Kelly, that they never would get away with this. She watch and she listens, and her mind frame is, I'd be damned if I let those NIGGASs do me and shut my mouth. I'm gonna speak loud. I just need to align myself with the right people who's gonna defend me, and it's happening. It is happening. Hey. Bitch, we going through too motherfucking much. We going through too much motherfucking much to let a bitch be up here talking about anybody that's black, anybody that's a black woman or a black man. We going through too motherfucking much. And I mean it.
That's true. Hey, AJ.
I'll talk to Rachel about how I feel tomorrow, child. Rachel, honey.
Somebody else some space, if that's okay, love.
What you say?
I said, I'm going to give somebody else some space in the panel, if that's okay. But I just wanted to say this last thing, right?
Okay.
I just really hope that it didn't go over any of our heads when we just went over the portion of the conversation where Rachel issued the threat. It's quite different when they issue certain threats versus when we do. She was weaponizing her connections and her power to law enforcement or whatever else, because if we were paying attention to her verbiage, and we know what it gives when it comes to us, right? We know what it's hitting for. She said it's not going to be the way you think it is, not on the basis of just straight, we're going to get to it. She said, you don't understand. Y'all don't know what comes behind me. That is weaponization of the system, and she knows exactly what she was speaking to. Please don't let that go over y'all's head. The lateral damage she was thinking that she was going to perpetuate here, please do not let that go over y'all head. There was a lot said within that sentence, a lot. And she wasn't playing. But that's it.
Yeah, and that's a little different for me too, because in the climate that we in, hell, the police got all right to do whatever they want to do. I don't like the way that even sound either, but I think for me, what's crazy? All the microaggressions did it for y'all. I must be a real Virgo. What did it for me is Rachel ain't gonna learn. They don't put her out of every other space she done been in. She can get put out of this one too. Just watch. It's gonna take for the big dogs to get upset with her.
She just said I'm not coming through tomorrow, AJ. But good thing we had the conversation tonight so that you don't have to talk about it tomorrow, friend.
Okay, Rachel.
Can somebody drop me? For some reason, TikTok has me stuck. My button is like froze or something.
I guess I said something that you didn't like to hear, Rachel. I think that's what they're talking about, my dear. But since you're still here and listening, I hope that you hear me when I say this. I was right the first time, and I'm gonna be right the second. If you don't slow your roll, what you think gonna happen ain't what's really gonna be what's happening. Okay. A lot of people think they big boss hogging because they got a couple dollars and then they're running the Messy Talk. If I were you, next thing you know, Messy Talk calling jobs, and these people are diabolical around here, Rachel. So Rachel, while I'm never gonna beg you to come up here. That ain't never been my swag. That ain't even who I am. You gotta Google me. What I will say to you is my intent was never to do anything but help you from beginning into even now. I don't know you to not like you. You've never crossed me specifically. So me and you aren't going to have no argument. But just know, Rachel, that from all accounts, what it sounds like is that you really don't care how we're affected by your actions. And that's the part that's going to lead you to a world of trouble over here with these messy people. Okay, on Debate Talk, they just run you off. Over here, they try to ruin your life. So be very careful, okay? Because
Thank you, Sandra, for the galaxy.
One thing my daddy, my stepdaddy taught my brothers is a black woman scorned is worse than the devil himself. Well, if I was you, I would leave these black women over here alone. Go on back over to where, it ain't filled with us. Because, see, a bunch of us will change your whole life and you'll hate you. It's some black women you can run into, Rachel, and you'll hate you ever laid eyes on them or they ever laid eyes on you. Okay?
Okay.
Brian, I wanted to do a metaphor. I'm sorry, Lynn. I just want to be quick because I'm going to drop. Entering a predominantly black space and saying that you're being attacked, it's almost like the equivalent of rolling into a neighborhood that is predominantly black and then calling the police and saying, I fear for my life or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, why are you ultimately taking the victim stance in a space like this when you don't even have to be here? What is the purpose of you? Thank you, Sandra. What is the purpose in you being here? What is the reason? What is the motive? And if you're going to support someone, then just support them.
And why can't you,
Sandra?
Why can't, if you're going to be here, why can't you go out of your way to respect us and try to understand? This whole
also, she called herself the star. I forgot she was screaming she's a star.
You've been kicked out of there, and you've been kicked out of here, and you've been kicked out of there. Like, how many times do you have to get kicked out before you learn how to communicate with us? Does this have to be what happens to you everywhere you go?
Well, she wanted to be the star. Like she just said, you guys continue to talk about me. She enjoys the fact that there are multiple platforms currently speaking about the things that she's doing. If not, why would she publicly display all that money? Why would she say, oh, Braid, I'll fix your issue, as if Braid doesn't have $350 to fix the issue if it would needed to be fixed? Meeting with money, saying, no, I made the example. I seen that in Braid's live, Rizzy was minding her business in the platform, and Rachel said, let me drop somebody real quick. Let's get messy. But also to create chaos as well. So you first started with goodwill and then quickly switched that to mess, to facilitate mess. And you said, yup, down there. And Rachel, hopefully you can explain what you meant by you have army behind you, and, if they come find you, they need to come find you, whatever. I would love to understand more about the threat. I've not spent 5 days talking about you, babe. I've actually probably spent 5 hours, or maybe a little more than that. But this conversation is not about you. This conversation is about Blackness, the Black people, our experience, and how to better have conversations about that. You just happen to be the catalyst for this conversation.
Hey, sister, I want to go back to the beginning of our conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were asking me that you couldn't just understand. So I can better answer you now after hearing the things that I heard or whatever. Again, like I said, I didn't want to be in the middle of it. I didn't want to be involved. I didn't want to have a racial conversation. I wasn't taking, not Rachel, but racial. I wasn't trying to take up for any side because the point of the live was not about that. It was about me, right? Knowing the things that I've heard now, I would not have allowed her in my space if I knew what I knew, right? But again, that goes to show when you don't know somebody, don't know their ways, did your phone die, AJ? Did your phone die?
My phone went alive.
Oh Lord. But anyway, I was just saying, I feel like if I had I was just saying, I think if I knew the things that I know now, that life would not have went that way. That's all I can say. I can only do better from this day forward, right? That's the only thing I could do is take accountability. I just didn't want shit to do with it. That's it. That's all.
I get that too. I just felt like today when you came up, you definitely was team, what's her name? So I'm glad that you, and that's all we be wanting is for you to be like, no, you're right. That was kind of crazy. I let that happen a little longer than I probably should have. You know,
I don't understand why
that's all we wanted Rachel to do.
But the thing I don't understand is why, as we are grown as people, all of these girls on this panel, men in this audience, they are grown. They're over the age of 25 years old. Why we can't call it what it is?
There are nurses on here who child, let me help you out, little child. Because I'm in the right mood tonight. It says, there are nurses on here who lack knowledge about autism and pediatric patients. Woo child, where are those nurses at?
Oh, AJ, you too.
Where
I'm glad you put that light back on. That light is giving, honey.
Don't allow for them to move the goalposts because the topic. Listen, AJ, the topic is about blackness.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is,
we're not going to get back down. I know y'all deep in y'all conversation, but I just wanted to clock some for the room for the 900 plus people in here about Rachel, because I have seen like HB and BK like still take up for her, and they love her money, you know, because you know money make me come. But unfortunately, Rachel was in the comments weaponizing her white tears. Okay, to come into a black space and center yourself. And then say you're being attacked. No, baby girl. You put yourself on the front line, popping your gums, and then when us as black people, you know how we are, we gonna clock your shit every time. And then you come up in here and when you get your ass clocked, now you're being attacked. That is some YT woman tears bullshit.
Okay, can I be honest about how I feel about that though, April?
Yeah.
I disagree.
Oh, it's okay.
Let me tell you why. Though.
Mm-hmm.
Because as black women, we're taught, I watched my mama rough it out. Make sure we love you too, Tim. Make sure we had every single thing that we needed. Didn't ask no man for nothing. Got it out the mud.
Thanks.
As a black woman, I know how to do that because my mama showed me. As a YT woman, she probably watched her mama do the same thing that she's currently doing, which is using her tears to get her wherever she needed to go in life. You get what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying. And I think that
like they're taught a different way. So I don't get upset when they try to use their tears. I just don't let them move me.
So the difference for me is like, I don't get upset, but like I said, as black folks, we will clock your ass. So I'm clocking that ass. At the end of the day, this is not your first rodeo. You have been kicked out of bigger and better places, let you tell it. So you already know what your white lady tears do. You already know the bullshit that come out your mouth. This is a pattern for you. It'd be different if this was her first time getting kicked out of somewhere. I have sat in here and listened for the past 20, 30 minutes. Your ass been kicked out here, there, and every fucking where. And guess what? All these spaces was black folk spaces. You know why? Because white tea folks is boring as fuck. All they talk about is politics and shit.
And I want to add.
Somebody said that's literally the definition of inherent race car. Is that true?
Facts.
Probably so. And I want to just say this to Rachel, just in case you don't know, Rachel. Let me fix my box before I say this because I know nobody else is, but I am.
So my mama taught me to be inherently a race car because she was tough and it made me tough. I don't understand.
I'ma say this, AJ, I'ma say this. Rachel, girl, listen. AJ don't need your money. Susu, Land, HB don't need your money. But let me tell you something. You send your money to HB because she gonna take all money. She don't give a fuck if it was Arabian dollars. Send it, honey.
No, just
she don't give a fuck about your money, baby.
Do y'all even understand what I'm saying? Do y'all even understand what I'm saying though? Like, we were raised to get it out of the mud. Everybody was not raised that way, especially them. So when things go wrong for them, they cry about it, about everything. When things go wrong for us, we find solutions. We are problem solvers. Just how we are.
This is what I love about you,
Women
Virgo.
are some of the toughest people on this entire planet.
Give us our props, but at the end of the day, this is what I love about AJ, the Virgo. You are optimistic. You give everybody chances. You know what I'm saying? You are a girl's girl. You are a people's people. You give